Okay, I couldn't get the exact time that this started for leaving, but I couldn't get the exact time. So we're just gonna start here now.
With the piglins, which wasn't working, but then he had an idea.
Maybe we should.
But there's also a type of biome in the Nether that spawns a lot of Endermen. That's a blue forest.
Oh, well, let's go there.
Well,
the war forest.
I mean,
Wait, they got a cat?
It's easier said than done.
Despite Carson's
Eternal
caution, we
people?
decided we might as well go back into the Nether and just see if we can find the biome, which is called the Warped Forest. I looked it up.
Look at them. They're like the guards of the. Oh.
Yeah,
he's dead.
they're kind
Just
of.
ignore all these guys. Just like run past them, like how I did.
You're on fire.
Don't talk about it. Pat on the back.
Oh,
for that
goodness.
one.
Careful.
Careful's my middle name. Oh,
Oh,
I see blue
wait.
fire. That's
Oh my
promising.
goodness.
I think,
That's
I think so.
Oh my
Spoiler, the blue
goodness.
fire
No,
was
that's
not what we were
not.
looking for. It was a
That's
completely
not. It's
different
so
biome,
sad.
and we went in the wrong direction.
It's
We were
so
searching
sad.
for a pretty big chunk of time and even tried to trade
What?
with the piglin.
My penguin. Oh man, I know it's me.
Once more out of
Oh,
pure desperation, which big
penguin
surprise didn't work. But just
dead.
when we least expected it.
Oh come
I
on.
think I found the blue biome.
No, you did not.
There's got some blue trees.
What?
What?
Really? Oh no, this is it. This is it. Hey.
So I finally did something of use after all, and only 3 hours and 20 minutes in. We started hunting Endermen,
Oh,
but I
goodness.
think this
Oh, my.
clip describes our luck and how that all went.
Oh, there's two.
Yo.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, there's both after you.
Oh man.
Are you kidding?
What? You gotta be kidding me. Who cares?
That sucks. That sucks.
30 minutes and 20 Endermen later, we had all the pearls we need, so we head off to try and find our way back home, which was very hard because we traveled a pretty long distance to the forest and were semi-lost for a while. But then...
Okay. Oh.
Oh, my torches.
Your torches! They did something! Damn. When you put those torches there, I legitimately thought, you know, I don't think those will ever come in use. And now, look who's the stupid one.
Back at the base, we started making the final preparations we needed before we set off to find the stronghold and fight the dragon.
Oh! That's actually sick.
After getting as prepared as we could be with enchantments and new armor, we set off to go beat the game.
Let's throw one Eye of Ender. Okay.
That way.
This way. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be hitting up the ocean. Into boat. Hop in. This is my sweet ride. My Lamborghini.
Oh my goodness, like
And after hitting many lily pads along the way, we finally arrive at this area
Just
in
call
some
me
grassy
Carson.
hills. We dug down a bit, and
Yeah,
not
no.
only was Carson able to find the stronghold, but he also found the portal room almost immediately.
Yeah, I found it.
What, really? Oh, God. Oh.
what?
What, did it scare you? Did it scare you?
I heard the sound and then a zombie came out.
Now that we were both here, we put our extra stuff in the chest, reset our spawn with a bed, and we're pretty much ready to go.
Alright,
Well,
Yeah.
let's do it.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This is
we're
not too shabby. Let's go up this way. Alright, I'm gonna start shooting these guys.
Can you shoot the ones through the iron bars?
You can from like beneath, so like if I come up here like this.
Oh my goodness. The dragon's breath. The dragon's breath.
Oh,
What?
What do we get this? My.
Ow, ow, ow!
Okay.
Oh, God.
What the?
I'm up in the air. Oh,
alright, just run back in. You'll be good.
Oh my. Oh my.
So we can start killing the dragon now.
it was just...
What the?
Whoa.
What the? What the? I've never experienced any of
Not
this.
quite get it. Yo, I want you to be the final hit.
Really?
Yes, this is your
really
first time.
distracted by this
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Don't worry about him. I got him. You can get him right now from the side. Whoa!
Ah! Okay, that is, I'm only on half a heart.
You're good. You're good. He's like one hit left.
I can't take another one.
You're good. You're good. You'll get him.
Come on.
Uh,
Oh, I did it
you
again.
did it. You did it. One more hit. One more hit.
How long is he gonna sit down?
I don't know. I think he just wants to chill.
Ah!
You're good. You're good.
My goodness,
At this point,
Jaiden.
Carson is just watching me get tossed around by the dragon, and I just thought that was hilarious. But I digress.
Oh, he's coming down. It's time. Okay.
Going for the
Oh,
weird.
you got him.
Yes. Oh, yep. Okay, yep. There we
Good
go.
job. Well, good job. Good job, us.
We
Oh,
did
I'm getting
have
her. I'm getting her.
awesome. Let's take the egg.
Cool.
I mean, you could. Yeah.
Wait, that's not how it works, right?
Um. I mean, you can try.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
goodness.
we did it! We ended up beating Minecraft in about 4 hours and 40 minutes. We worked really hard and I think we made a really great and balanced team. Carson found 23
Yeah.
diamonds, got all the obsidian, built
Yep.
the nether portal, got most if not all the blaze rods, gathered 11 out of the 14 ender pearls we had, found the stronghold and the end portal, destroyed all the end crystals and did most of the damage on the dragon. And I died 6 times, got 71 bread, found the warp forest, got lost multiple times, and hit the dragon 3 times. Up high!
Oh my
This was a
goodness.
lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I honestly had a great time and am proud to say I've beaten Minecraft now. With a little help. I want to say a huge thanks to Carson for agreeing to this. I'm not lying when I say I couldn't have done it without him. Well, I mean, I might have, but this worked so much better. So, you should definitely go check him out on YouTube and Twitch. I genuinely think he's a really great dude.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah,
That
thanks for
did
watching.
not age well.
Cool.
Anyways, what are your opinions?
Alright, before anything else, I made a video I normally wouldn't make just before this one, and I talked
What?
about a bunch of important things, and I showed my face. Not everyone cares about me talking about personal stuff, and are only here for the fun videos, so just to make sure everyone's on the same
Okay.
page, this is me. This is what I look like, okay?
Oh.
Anything else you stumble across isn't recent. This is the
Cool.
only accurate picture video of me, so stop asking. Okay, so I went to Europe, and I wasn't planning on making a video about it, but so much dumb, crazy stuff happened, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah.
a video, isn't it? This is my first time flying on my own, so I was nervous and
They
not
got
really
all-
knowing what to expect. I pretty much did everything right, except when they were boarding the plane, I didn't hear them call my zone, so I went up to the desk guy and was like, excuse me, did you already call zone 3? And he was like, yes. So, should I get on the plane?
Yes.
Okay. I was scared they wouldn't let me on the plane because I didn't get on at the right zone boarding time, but yeah, I guess it doesn't matter too much as long as you just get on. Also, I was flying Delta, so I wasn't scared of being beat up and kicked off. The flight was a layover that landed in Minneapolis, and it ended up actually being early, so we had to wait for a gate to open up. And after a while, I overheard one guy say to his wife, I feel like the plane should pay us $10 for every minute we're late. He was probably just getting antsy, but we were 15 minutes early, so what do you have to pay the airport? $150? Also, I was meeting up in Minneapolis with my YouTube
yeah.
friend Tim Tom because flying for 8 hours on your own isn't very fun. It was the first
Yeah, but keyword
so
friend.
you have to pay the airport.
Yeah, but let me see what
Also,
it
I
looks
was
like
meeting
in the
up in
Jaiden
Minneapolis
style.
with my YouTube friend Tim Tom.
What? He looks a little weird. Okay, I'm sorry.
Flying for 8 hours on your own isn't very fun. It was the first time we met IRL, and he's super cool. And tall. He's really tall for a marshmallow. On our
Oh, wait,
flight, there
goodness.
were a bunch of funny things we entertained ourselves with, one of which included Tim being a nerd and hacking one of
Yeah.
the little airport app
Oh,
games with a
my
program he
goodness,
made on his computer to cheat and give him all the answers. It was the one that gives you a random assortment of letters, and you have to make all the words you can out of them. So we got to Amsterdam after a long flight, and you know, I never really understood jet lag until then. Every emotion is like exponentially enhanced. We were
Ooh,
tired,
wait, I
things were
think
dizzy,
Susie had
our
a computer.
brains didn't
Wait, what?
work.
Oh my
everything was
goodness.
hilarious. We were so hungry that when we got something to eat, it was like the friggin' best thing we've ever and will ever have in our lives, even though it was just a dumb bagel. And it didn't help that everything was in a language that we didn't understand.
Oh my
Dutch is probably,
goodness.
to an English speaker, one of the weirdest languages to look at. It looks just enough like
Wait,
English at a quick
wait,
glance,
wait,
but then you
wait.
stop and try to read it, and it's like, wait, something's not making sense here.
Yeah.
What? What are you even trying to communicate here?
What is that? What is that?
It looks like a 2-year-old just smacked a keyboard a bunch of times. Now here's the story that'll live on in infamy, the rice cooker incident. So to try and save money and think
Wait, what do you
ahead,
mean,
I
rice
decided to buy a travel rice cooker to be able to make some quick meals in the hotel room in case we can't find food sometime during the trip. We picked up a few groceries, and when we got back to the room, we realized the hotel didn't give us anything. There wasn't a fridge, there wasn't water, we didn't have a chair, the frickin' shower didn't even have a door to it. So there were two problems at hand.
Okay.
First of all, what are we gonna do with all this produce without a fridge? And second, how are we gonna prepare it? We started trying to get innovative and think of things in the room we could cut corners with. What if we sharpen our credit cards? But we ended up going down to the lobby and stealing a butter knife. I don't know how people can rob banks and jewelry stores, dude, because taking that butter knife was enough to make me break into a nervous sweat.
Wait, what?
And literally,
Oh
no
my
one
goodness.
cared if it was gone. It's probably a bit of a time saver for them because it's one less dish to clean. We got back to the room without being caught because we're master heist planners, but noticed, wait, we don't have anything to cut stuff on. So then we had to be even more resourceful and use a tour guide coupon booklet they gave us as a makeshift cutting board. It was the most scrappy, sad kitchen setup probably ever.
Oh my
Tim tweeted a
goodness.
picture of it.
Oh
I'm sorry, Gordon Ramsay. Some people probably would have given up at this point and said it wasn't worth it, but it was too late to go back. We stole for this meal. We were in too deep. After laboring for way too long over cutting onions and peppers with a dull butter knife on a soggy tour guide that got shredded paper on everything, it was finally time to plug in the rice cooker and make everything worth it. We put all the ingredients in the cooker, plugged it into the wall, and all the power went out.
What?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
We blew the room's fuse. The little rice cooker was too powerful for Europe, I guess. Tim and I shuffled down to the front desk and were like, so, all our lights went out, and yeah. They were really
Oh, gosh.
apologetic, even though we were kind of the ones who stole a butter knife from them and used it to blow their room fuse, and ended up transferring us to one of their comfort suites. At first we were like, ooh, but it was pretty
Ooh.
much the exact same thing, but with a bit more space, a chair, and a smaller window. And still no door to the shower. Also, life
Okay.
hack, use a tiny rice cooker to blow a hotel fuse and get transferred
Oh
to a
my
comfort
goodness.
suite for free. After all that, we were definitely not gonna risk blowing another fuse, so we had to get rid of the evidence by flushing the ingredients down the toilet.
Oh my
We
goodness.
didn't
Oh
deserve to be in
my
the hotel. Our only other option, other than just starving to death, was trying to find random food places on our own. It was my job to find places to eat, and was pretty much dragging Tim to these obscure places that you'd normally try to avoid. I was using this app that showed where food spots were, but it took us to really random hole-in-the-wall places that, like, no one's ever heard of. Tim probably thinks I'm a total weirdo. I
Oh
was trying
my
to be nice
goodness.
and all, oh yeah, this place is interesting, as we, like, sat on a bench with no shoes, eating lukewarm vegetable quiches. Anyway, we were there for VidCon Europe. I don't know if you picked up on
Oh,
that or not.
VidCon
I was
Europe?
invited to be a moderator on an
Oh.
animation panel with Swoozie, Tom Scott,
Swoozie,
and
Tom
Simone
Scott.
Dida. Since I'm a nerd,
Who's Dida? Yeah, Woozy, one of the founders of this. One of the founders of this massive YouTube animation thing, and Tom Scott, aka the guy who worked on Edgeworld, and not to mention Aztec movie, and everything. And also there's this video.
wreck when it comes to these things. I accidentally dragged Tim into areas he wasn't allowed because he didn't have a speaker pass. I was just ruining everything for him. But the panel was a lot of fun, and I didn't mess it up for everyone else, so that's a relief. After VidCon, we decided to visit Paris, since it's like right there. But we had a hard time getting there, and I got kicked out of the train station bathroom because I didn't know how anything worked and was an idiot. And when we actually got to Paris, we were scammed immediately. But besides all that, it was great. Paris is like way prettier than you would think. Like everything's so pretty, it looks fake. But it's not, because it's Paris. While we were walking to the Eiffel Tower, there was this sketchy street lady who was playing this cup game with tourists. We were watching her for a bit, and then she looks up to me and goes, "You play." And I was like, no. Oh god, confrontation. And then she said some gibberish and just handed me €100 and was like, "Your money." What? Your money. My money? No, my money. What do you want from me? I still have no idea what happened. So the last day of our vacation, we were winding down from all the adventures we had, but I had one mission. Redemption. I wanted to find one final restaurant that wasn't weird to make it up to Tim because I'm a horrible friend who drags people to weird hippie places. Over the whole trip, from all the adventures we had, but I had one mission. Redemption. I wanted to find one final restaurant that wasn't weird to make it up to Tim because I'm a horrible friend who drags people to weird hippie places. Over the whole trip, I'd say the majority of the places I tried to find were not great. Like, not bad, but if it was put into test scores and I had to show the graded paper to my parents, they wouldn't have been happy. I sifted through the app for way too long, focusing harder than any average person should have. I just wanted a normal
Okay.
place. This was my
Yeah.
last chance. The standards
Yes,
were
it is.
already
What's
low.
up?
It literally just had
Apparently.
to not be weird. I pick one out, we walk over to it, and as soon as we step one foot into the place, a lady comes up to us and goes, "We only have 2 meals left. Sit down and we'll make it
Oh,
for you."
you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, okay. How crazy coincidental is that? We walk in and they just happen to have exactly 2 meals left. We're 2 people. The meals were just waiting for us. It was almost fate.
Okay.
We had no idea what we ate. It was still weird. Tim definitely still thinks I'm a weirdo.
Oh my
Going to Europe
goodness.
was the first real break from YouTube I've had in forever.
Okay.
And man, do I feel
Okay, so now we're going to the Odd1sout's video ever. Oh, subscribe festival. No. My uploads. Alright, we're gonna see a little more Odd1sout's videos because I didn't really see any of the Jaiden deleted videos interesting that much because, oh my goodness, like, how many Pokemon speedruns do you do, Jaiden? Anyways, answer.
You guys remember the cinematic masterpiece Cool Cat Saves the Kids?
I don't really know.
Remember who created
You
that?
remember?
Derek Savage? Remember how he's making a new movie called Gun Self-Defense for Women?
Oh, wow. She's got kids. That must mean she's got money.
Remember how I said I was going to boycott that movie because of what he did to the YouTube
Wait,
channel
what?
I Hate Everything?
I would have loved to see this movie, and I probably would have donated to it. But now I can't, because I firmly disagree with your actions.
Well, I saw the trailer for it, and I really want to see this movie.
Okay, so
Okay, this is just
let's
sort of a
actually
little
look
side
at this
tangent, but I
because
was
we can't
thinking, has there been
see it?
any YouTube channel that has been more
Because-
screwed over by
yeah.
YouTube than I Hate Everything? I don't think there
What?
has. Like,
How? What? You're trying to You. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's just reload. Just reload, okay?
more screwed over by YouTube than I Hate Everything?
Okay.
I don't think there has. Like, I think he deserves at least an apology from someone at the YouTube headquarters, if you ask me. And, like, a gift basket full of all the money he's lost. And Mars bars.
Wait,
So,
how?
okay, I was going to talk about sort of an update
Okay.
between what's been going on between me and Derek Savage. I think
Wait, what?
we might be buddies, which was not how I was expecting this to go at all. So I guess I should stop calling him Daddy. The day I posted the Midnight Stripper video, I tweeted to him, "I made you a new cover for Bible Birdie. Don't ask why. Do you like it?" And then this was the picture I sent him. And then something that I did not expect to happen is that he freaking responded. "This bird is drawn beautifully. The Bible Birdie cover shown is only a demo." Thank goodness. "Can you draw Jesus similar to what's there now?" So I'm thinking, does he actually want, like, the picture by Harry Anderson, or does he want me to draw my own? So I send him a sketch and say, "Here's a sketch. Do you want the actual picture or my cartoony
Okay, let's
style?"
just-
"Sorry, I'm not good at people." He says, "Really, it looks nice so far. If it turns out cool and we make a deal, you'll full credit with your name in the book." Which, keep in mind, was the main plan. Which was not how I was expecting this to go at all. So I guess I...
Okay, so I have no idea what. You know what? I'm just gonna try to just watch everything.
her name in the book, which, keep in mind, was the main plan all along. And while I was drawing this,
Yeah.
I kept thinking, oh man, I control him. I control him so bad I could do it. If I draw Jesus black, ugh. But I decided not to do that, thinking that there's actually a small chance that he'll use my cover. I'm going to try and take this seriously. So I made this new cover. I made the bird's colors more brighter, and I'm going to be honest, but I decided not to do that, thinking that there's actually a small chance that he'll use my cover. I'm going to try and take this seriously.
Yeah.
So I made this new cover. I made the bird's colors more bright. I'm going to be honest, there's a reason I don't draw people. I don't really like how it turned out. It looks like a cover for a cheesy self-published Christian kids book. So I guess I actually nailed it. Then he tells me to email him, so I'm not going to share all of the emails because I don't think that's what friends do. I email him, "Hi Derek, do you really like my cover? Are you actually going to use it? Is there anything you would like to change?" And he takes a little while to respond, and I thought, oh geez, he's seen the video, he's watched it, deal's over. But then, surprise, surprise, he emails me.
Oh,
Hi,
goodness.
James. Good job, man. I've worked with a lot of illustrators, and I'm surprised how quickly you drew that and how nice it turned out. Thanks, man. He tells me to change some things on the cover. He also says that he needs me to sign a contract, which I know is technically the legal thing to do, but just take the cover, man. I'm not gonna sue you. I just want to be a part of history. And at this point, I'm thinking,
Oh, goodness.
he's actually going to use my cover. He said, I know you were seeking the credit with no money, but I prefer to pay you at least $10 so you can buy lunch. See, now that just shows me that Derek Savage is not, he's an okay person. I think we're friends now, like I said. And I know I said I would do it for free, but yeah, after all those edits you made me do, I think I deserve $10. Okay, he says, but more importantly, you'll be able to state truthfully that you've had a paid professional job at illustrating children's books covers. Believe me, that can help you in the future to acquire more gigs. This whole situation. Derek, I'm not going to put this on a resume. Thank you, though. Then he tells me that he wants to get celebrities to read the book as an audiobook, and he's already got Vivica Fox to do one chapter. And I'm thinking, I could do that. I could read a chapter with Vivica Fox. He says, I need to know how old you are to make sure you can enter into a contractual agreement, and also where you are located. If you agree to the above, blah, 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 best, Derek Savage.
What?
So at this point, I don't know if he's seen the video. He hasn't followed me on Twitter, or should I say, Tweeter? I'm sorry, I gotta be nice now. But I bet at least one of you sent him a link to the video, you dirty snitch. So I don't know how to respond to him. Part of me wants to tell him that I want to get into voice acting and send him a link to like my ASMR video. But the other part of me was like, no, you can't tell him you make YouTube videos. What if he sees the Midnight Stripper video? So I respond, I send him all the edits, saved as PNGs because he wants to add his own background. So some info about me. I'm 19, I live in blah blah blah. Thanks so much for offering money. I'm a poor college student, so I'll take anything. Blah blah blah, PayPal, how you can pay me. It's weird that I mentioned that I was going to give him my hard-earned money, but now the tables have turned and he's going to give me his hard-earned money. And then I say, but also, could you possibly send me a free copy of Bible Birdie just so I can see my art on an actual book? And are you still interested in getting people to read an audiobook? I've been in the sound booth in my college, and I really want to get into voice acting. I know I'm not totally famous, but I also draw cartoons and comics on the internet, and they can be found on my Tapastic page. I don't know, I panicked. I didn't know how to tell him that I wanted to get into voice acting and that I'm semi-famous. I got featured on iFunny, so I'm a pretty big deal. So I linked him to my Tapastic page because I don't post videos on my Tapastic page, so I think we're good. Then he responds, I'm editing the film right now, which I didn't even talk about the film, so I'll check everything tomorrow, and you're over 18, so you can sign for yourself. There's a lot of kids on Cool Cat's Twitter forum, so I had to make sure you weren't a minor. And then he told me that he lives in Las Vegas, and I looked up on Google Maps, and Las Vegas is only 8 hours away by car from where I am. Like, if he ever found out my address, he could set aside an afternoon, and then him and Cool Cat can show up at my dorm one day. But me and Derek are cool now, so... Alex, can I come with you? You live in the UK, right? One of the biggest surprises to me is that teenagers and college One of the biggest surprises to me is that teenagers and college folk have really taken to Cool Cat. Do other students at your college know of Cool Cat? I'm sorry if you don't find this funny, but what is happening? I love how he didn't even respond to my request to read as an audiobook. I legitimately didn't know how to respond to this. There were two possible responses that I wanted to say. I would say, hey Derek, let's stop playing these games. I made you a cover for Bible Birdie because I didn't want you to get mad at me for saying your other book was not that good. Here's the link to that video. I'm still interested in reading a chapter. But the other response I wanted to say was, I'm not sure if other students know of Cool Cat because I don't have that many friends. Which actually isn't that far from the truth, actually. I did not know how to respond, so I actually had to get my mom's help because I did not know what to say. Hi, Derek. Send the forms anytime you like, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, I learned about Cool Cat not from kids, but from the internet. You're lucky that you've hit that sweet spot of publicity where kids like your stuff for the content and adults like it for its quirky nature and humor. A lot of websites would kill for that sort of attention. And I showed my group of friends Cool Cat, and they seemed to like it. So then he sends me an email the next day, and I think he wants me to change the old Midnight Stripper video, which, I'm sorry, Derek, I'm not going to do that. I think he has a problem with me saying that he uses a copyrighted cover, which I didn't really say that you used a copyrighted cover, I was just saying that Jesus' picture was from a Mormon painting. And he said that my read was bad, but I was just reading your book, Derek, I'm sorry. I thought I made it a little more interesting with my cartoons. But I decided not to change that video, and I'm going to make this update video instead. I think he has a problem with me saying that his cover was copyrighted, which, okay, you guys, it's not anymore. Okay? Derek, if you're watching this, yeah. Post-production update. Look, on the Bible Birdie website, there's my picture right here. And there's the little logo and everything. That's my cover. Here's his background. And look, right here on the bottom, cover drawn by James. No last name.
Goodness.
Granted, I didn't give him my last name, but just James. Maybe say James from the Odd Ones Out. I don't know. Which was not how I was expecting this to go at all. So I guess I should stop calling him Daddy. The day I posted...
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I can't, because I firmly disagree with your actions.
Well, I saw the trailer for it,
Oh my goodness.
and I really want to see this movie. This movie looks like another masterpiece. I think there's a part where he's saying just to shoot any attacker with a shotgun like 7 times. I'm legitimately worried about I Hate Everything's safety after watching this trailer. Cool Cat is a celebrity kids character. So only one celebrity kid, and that's his character. You don't need the apostrophe, Derek. I looked up more information about the movie on his website. Thanks for putting a link in the description to your site, Daddy Derek. And I stumbled upon his books that he's currently making. They're not out yet, but as soon as they are, I'm buying them. I'm gonna give him my hard-earned money. I know my mom raised me better than that. You know, in one of my videos, I think I mentioned that I have a cat named Baby Cat. I can't believe you stole my cat's name, Daddy Derek. You'll be hearing from my lawyer team that is definitely real and not made up. And the book that I want to read the most is Bible Birdie. And I think the cover speaks for itself. Now, there's 4 chapters. Bible Birdie meets God, Bible Birdie learns about heaven, Bible Birdie sees a miracle, and Bible Birdie makes a new friend. Of course! Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think Bible Birdie might be dead. I did some research on this picture of Jesus, and it's from a painting by Harry Anderson, and it was commissioned by the Mormon Church. I wonder if you got the copyright to do that. Now, I'm hoping this is just a prototype cover. Oh my gosh. Derek Savage, if you're watching this, I doubt it, but if you are, let's make a deal. If you let me talk about one of your books and even read passages from it without shutting me down, which I'm totally legally able to do, I will make you a new cover for Bible Birdie. No cost. You don't even have to say I made it. You can look at my Tumblr page for my portfolio if you're interested, which I'll link in the description. Now, what a range this guy can write. We got his little kid books, which are colorful and whatever, but also Daddy Derek shows us that he's not all too innocent himself. He can write some pretty deep, gritty stuff. I'm going to be reviewing the first chapter of Midnight Stripper, a male dancer story. I don't think the whole book is out yet either. It might be, but I couldn't find any information on it on the website. But Daddy Derek has posted the first chapter of the book, so we're only going to be reading that, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure I'm not breaking any copyright laws by doing this. I think. Well, let's see. You know, I kind of want to get into voice acting, too. So, Daddy Derek, if you want me to read this as an audiobook, I'll totally do it. I mean, not for free, but I'll give you a discount. And you have to give me a free copy of Gun Self-Defense for Women. Okay, let's get to it. First line. As a gentle breeze blew over the sea of cars, James Knight. James! His name is James. The story is about me. I'm the main character. James was stuck in the downtown traffic of Los Angeles, but he didn't care. He was enjoying the robust flavor of his morning coffee, and it tasted great. Then an automobile swerved in front of his car, forcing James to slam the brake pedal to avoid an accident.
What?
Dang, that was the first paragraph. When you're writing a book, you need to encapsulate the reader within the first paragraph. No, the first freaking line of the book. Publishers will look at the first line of a book you send them, and sometimes reject it without reading anything else. So that's why a lot of first lines in books are interesting. But I think you got this one in the bag, Mr. Savage. Don't worry about it. Okay, so he spills his coffee. Coffee was burning into his crotch, as Daddy Derek puts it. Then he starts thinking to himself and gets all emotional, and he's thinking about wanting to go on vacation. Then the car beside burst his playing hooking dreams by blowing its horn aggressively. Like that's gonna help, James mumbled. For being constructive, that was a little awkwardly worded, Daddy Derek. Then he goes to his office building and he talks to the security guard and goes inside. Thanks for including that gripping detail. Well, here comes another exciting day of accounting, chuckling to himself. How do you even do that? Well, here comes another exciting day of accounting. Talks to Lucy, the receptionist. Good morning, Lucy. Hope things are well. She responds cheerfully. Hello, Mr. Knight. Have a nice day. Now, while I was reading this, there were times where I just chuckled to myself. Not because there was something funny, but because I knew the context of who actually was making this book and what he's like. I would just think to myself, man, what am I doing? Good morning, James. I hope you're ready to get started. I've already had a funny conversation with one of your favorite clients, she giggled sarcastically. I already had a funny conversation with one of your favorite clients. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Then there's so much boring small talk. Daddy Derek tries to describe a character named Mr. Pollock, but I'm so uninterested and I have no idea what his relation to James is that I don't care. So James and Pollock have an exchange over the telephone, and they're not explaining anything that's happening. Like, some context would be good here. What are you doing to me over there? James knew his answer had better be satisfying. Don't worry, Robert. I'll take care of everything. Have I ever failed you? And look at the bright side. They say the second time is lucky. This is a stripper book. What are they talking about? What do you mean by the second time? We also find out that Mr. Pollock's first name is Robert. And I have a secret, you guys. That's actually my first name, Robert. Like, here's my birth certificate. First twin. I go by my middle name, James, and everyone calls me that. I have to correct teachers when they're calling attendance. But yeah, my first name is Robert. I'm one of those kids. So we have a character named James and Robert. Do you know what that means? It's twice the royalties, Daddy Derek. Pay up. And then the scene changes, and this is the first line. Standing in front of a full-length mirror, Johnny was wearing only a red and black striped G-string as he admired his tan physique. And my last name is Johnny! Robert James Johnny. That's actually not true, I made that up. There is one part later in the paragraph that I'm not going to read, but all you need to know is that the words lusty titillation is in it. So Johnny asks James for a ride to work. He works at a strip club, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they ever mentioned strip club, but there's a high chance that he does. So then they talk about getting beers before he goes to work. I think I can manage that. I'm just curious how many beers you need to do your job, Mr. Shake Your Moneymaker. Oh, jeez. I think James is gay. Oh, but then his girlfriend calls him, since he's not gay. She calls to cancel dinner plans to a restaurant James made reservations for because, quote, my friends want to go out and that's what I want to do. James is mad, but she says maybe we can do it next week. I'm sure they'll be open. Next week? Still be open? What the hell are you talking about? James knew it had to be done. Let's try and keep this G, Daddy Derek. My mom's watching. So this is what I think the biggest problem for the whole chapter is. Well, first off, it's incredibly boring, but it does a terrible job at explaining things. James knew what he had to do. What did he know that he had to do? Become a stripper? I don't know who this James character is. What are his interests? How old is he? The only thing we get on his physical appearance is perhaps it was his pearly white teeth or his dimpled cheeks. Oh, man, this guy's a hawk. Who's Mr. Pollock? Is it his boss? This is so boring. You know what? I don't want to do the audiobook anymore. I'll stick to doing this. I will do that cover, though. Just message me if you seriously want it. Daddy Derek, I just want to say thank you for supplying me with so much content. Hey, Dad, can you film Baby Cat for me?
No, I'm not at home.
Okay, well, when you get home, can you film Baby Cat?
Doing what?
He doesn't need to be doing anything.
Oh, goodness.
Raise the levels of the quiets without raising the levels.
Oh, wait, yeah, right.
Hi. I just want to say that if you're watching this, that you have found the best channel in the world.
Yeah, no.
Called The Odd One's Out.
You're not.
Maybe you've seen some of my drawings before. You should look at all of them if you haven't. I make videos about funny and or embarrassing moments in my life, or just random things.
Where's the
So I hung out with
stupid
my family last Christmas, and one night after we finished eating out, we were walking through town and we went past a fountain. My almost 4-year-old niece got really excited because a fountain to a 4-year-old
is like a kiddie pool that your parents never let you play in. She started screaming, "Coin, coin!" Now, the only thing funner than seeing a small object splash through water is taking your parents' money away. I don't know why, but everyone in society has agreed that it's fun to throw money away in fountains. I think the tradition started with wishing wells, and then it somehow morphed into any body of water surrounded by concrete has supernatural powers that need money to work.
Oh my
Yeah, I'll grant you immortality. If you give me $1. And what does an almost 4-year-old child even have to wish for? Unless her wish is to always stay young, I can't think of anything in your life that needs changing. I'm getting off into a tangent here, but what's even the fun part of wishing fountains? Is it the big splash? Because if so, watch this!
Oh my goodness. Oh, this sounds really
Maybe it's
good.
the validation you receive participating with society, submerging a coin next to its coin comrades. Now I'm just like everyone else. At least with those spinny coin donation tubes, you at least get to see your coin go on a magical orbit as it slowly gets pulled towards a black hole.
Yep. Okay.
That was fun, but I'm keeping this. Someone has to clean those fountains, you know. I wonder if they get paid in the coins they collect. That can either be the worst job or the best job ever. Did you know the Trevi Fountain in Rome can make up to 3,000 euros in one day? And in 2016, 1.5 million euros were thrown into the fountain. What if instead of throwing coins into the fountain, you throw it into my bank account? Hey, Jim, how much did you make today? Well, I made almost 3,000 euros, Bill. How about you? Someone threw in this big rock. I just feel like there's a better way to make your wishes come true than throwing your quarters away. I wish for a quarter. No, 2 quarters. Wow, it does work. Anyways, I digress. So my almost 4-year-old niece is screaming, "Coin, coin!" And it's 2017. No one carries cash on them anymore, especially not coins. I only have my debit card on me, and I'm not ready to part with that. So I asked my parents, "Hey, do you have any coins?" And they both said, "What do we look like to you, poor?" I knew what had to be done. I had to do what any good uncle would do. The only coins that were attainable were the coins already in the fountain. So I rolled up my sleeves and reached into the fountain to grab some coins. And right when I was doing this, a fan recognized me and said, "James? It's not what it looks like." I mean, who? So that was probably a weird sight to see. A YouTuber reaching into a fountain for coins. The apocalypse hit me pretty hard. But I was doing it for my almost 4-year-old niece, all right. I got the coin I needed, handed it to my niece, and she proceeded to throw it back into the fountain. And everyone was happy. And that's the end of the story. It's kind of short, but I wanted to do something different with this video to show off all these amazing animators.
A link to everyone who worked on this video can be found in the description, so please check them out. Anyway, I'm just going to end the video now. Thanks for watching, and as always, wear your seatbelt.
Okay. Sandwiches.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I have very poor eyesight. Well, it looks like you're stuck on a date with me. I'm not 100% sure what choices you made to go on a date with the marshmallow, but hey, whatever, I'm not complaining. This is apple cider, by the way. Well, you know what they say, 2D is better than 3D. Hey, 2D is better than 3D. I wish you'd given me a little heads up, otherwise I could have prepared something more fancier. I hope you like BLTs. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I stay home a lot in my pajamas, just drawing cartoons. I like playing Mario games, and we could go play some of those. I only have one controller though, so you're just gonna have to watch. And that's basically all you need to know. If you're not happy with what you see, well, screw you too. You can click on the link in the description below to get back to the quiz. I don't know if we're doing annotations. I'm pretty sure YouTube got rid of annotations, so... Okay, drive safe. Whoa, James!
Okay. Responding to anonymous.
So on my Tumblr message page, I ask people not to send me anonymous messages. I know there's a way to make it so people can't send anonymous messages at all, but for some reason, I still have it set up so you still can. You know, just in case you want to tell me one of my comics was racist or something. The only reason I hate anonymous messages is because the only way to respond to them is if you post the response. And I don't think enough people care to see that. I'll see sometimes other Tumblr users saying, "Hey, I'm taking questions, so send them my way." Then they post every single response. And there's just pages of questions that I personally don't care to see. I mean, I guess if you're obsessed over the person, then maybe you like having pages of people asking, "What's your favorite color?" Blue. So if someone sends me an anonymous message, then I don't like to respond to them, because I don't think enough people following me would care. Which, now after making this video, I'm going to get a lot more anonymous messages.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're like me and you don't care what my favorite color is, then stop watching. It's blue, by the way. Okay, so let's do this. I'm not going to do every single message, because then the video would be too long, and I still think people won't care. So, okay, first question. How old are you, and are you single? I'm 19, I'm in college, I know you didn't ask for that, and yeah, I'm single. Ladies, do you make these comics yourself? Yeah, man. Show us your face, please. You see, I'm thinking about doing a face reveal, so I want to do that in the future, but I want my first time to be special. Also, I don't know anything about cameras or lighting, so here's a picture of me when I was 11. Quick pun comic, please. Cheese is great for any meal. Sorry, that was too cheesy. You know that comic you just did about the cow in heaven? This is the comic in case anyone's wondering. I'll just read it.
Okay.
Hey, remember me? No. June 23rd, 2011. Remember that hamburger you ate? What? That was me! Look, man, I'm sorry. No! Now you're gonna know what it feels like to be eaten. And then he eats him. Man, I just voice acted my own comic. I feel sad. Okay, so back to the message. My seminary class, seminary is a class that Mormons go to, legit had a 2-hour discussion about that. Like a serious discussion about whether or not you would see the animals you ate on Earth when you went into heaven. Do you know how hard it is not to laugh? There were kids actually concerned that what happened in your comic would happen in real life. Well, Anonymous, I don't really have a response for that. It's just funny. If we turn to the Book of Mormon for answers, it says, Behold, verily, verily, I say unto you, I give unto you another commandment. And then I just picked a random part. Hey, I really love your comics, and I've been watching your videos, and I really like those too. I actually stayed up until 2 a.m. last night watching them all. Oops. And this is a bit of a weird question, but what do you look like now? If you're not comfortable showing a picture, that's fine. I was just wondering. Okay, I'll do a face reveal later. If we're going to do this, it has to be its own video with a lot of build-up. Okay? You disgust
Oh my
me.
goodness.
How dare you make such great mini-comics. Aw, thank you. Not only did I practically scroll to the bottom of your blog, laughing the whole way down, I failed to write my essay for class tomorrow because of it. Well, whoever you are, I hope your essay's finished. Hi, we offer fixed price per reblog to promote our items. Interested? No. Have you ever thought about doing a Draw My Life video? Yeah, maybe one day. But like, if I did a Draw My Life right now, it would end on a cliffhanger because my life isn't quite there yet. I mean, I'm only 19, which is technically still a teenager. You are a really big inspiration to me. Thanks. Thank you. Hi, we offer fixed price per reblog to promote our items. Interested? I said no! Is the shirt that Jake wears, the one that's blue with the purple stripe, a real shirt? What this guy's talking about is this character I made when I first started. I'm working on a reacting to my old art, which I'm planning to come out after this one, so I'll talk about him a lot more there. But as for the shirt he wears...
Oh my goodness.
I just made it.
Okay, so this is the last message, and it's kind of the whole reason why I made this video. I mean, it was great to answer some of the other anonymous messages, but this one I thought would be good to do in a video. Dear the Odd One's Out, I'm trying to start a comic series, but there are some things that prove challenging, such as original character design. You're coming to me about character design? I'm trying to be serious, but I'm probably the worst person you could ask. And deciding what happens in the comic. I assume that you've been through something similar, and I was wondering if I could get some advice. You're one of the more down-to-earth seeming artists. Hey! So you're my first choice to ask. Thank you! So if you can help me, that'd be awesome. Thanks in advance. Well, that just warms my heart. So here we go, Comic School by James. Really, the main thing you should focus on when starting a comic is making sure that everything is clear to the reader. Can they tell their characters apart? Can they read your speech bubbles? Are they reading them in the right order? Can the reader tell what their emotions are? Also, this is just a personal preference, but if a speech bubble has too many words, I won't read it. With webcomics, you don't need to be the best artist to succeed. If you want to learn about character design, look at a bunch of other people's art and try making your characters in their design on paper. Also, I won't go into too much detail into this part because it's really complicated, but for a comic to be funny, it needs to have a twist at the end, meaning something the reader wasn't expecting, or it needs to be relatable. I would show you an example of an unfunny comic, but I don't like to bash other people's comics, and I don't want to create beef between me and other creators. But I will do that for Family Circus. I hate Family Circus. Big toes don't like flip-flops because it separates them from their babies. What? Okay, Billy. You stupid idiot.
Yeah. But, oh.
Alright.
Ready for the quickest shirt putter on in the history?
Ta-da!
That wasn't very fast.
Okay.
What are you doing? Anyways, guys, that's the end of part 2. Bye.